right. Good afternoon, everybody. We drew a big crowd today. I'm glad there's such broad interest because it's going to take community-wide interest to resolve this problem. Up here this morning with me is Donna Garden, who is our main water and utilities person. And of course, you all know Mickey Esposito, who runs our department. And a great many, these people and a great many other people have been digging in on this problem. And with the help of the community, we're going to get it resolved here. Today is the first of a series of press updates that we will hold each afternoon about this time to inform the public. The city's water status, of course, and what happens to it is a team effort. City Hall must work hand in hand with the entire community on this problem. Since we depend on Lincoln residents to play a key role in protecting our water supply, it is imperative that we have continuous and ongoing communications with the public on this. On Saturday night, a levee upstream from our city water wells was breached. Rising water levels flooded one of Lincoln's well fields along the Platte River. Flooding also cut electricity to another city well field. In short, the flooding stopped water production temporarily. Lincoln's water storage towers and underground reserves held enough water to ensure that there was no interruption of service. Water pressure to the southern water field was restored late in that day, allowing city facilities to again produce water. So, the situation remains serious enough that last night I announced mandatory water restrictions. As of 8 a.m. this morning, those restrictions went into effect. Water must be preserved for drinking and to ensure health and sanitation. To remind the community, residents are mandated to reduce their water consumption by 50%. Businesses must reduce their water usage by 25%. Outdoor water usage is prohibited. Restaurants must begin disposable table settings, and bars need to use single serving glasses to reduce the need for dishwashing. Commercial car washes will be temporarily closed. There are more restrictions that can be reviewed at lincoln.ne.gov. We're pleased to report at this time our production has increased to 32 million per day, and we're replenishing our reservoirs. That production is enough to meet the community's basic needs for drinking water and health and sanitation needs. However, it is not enough to meet the rest of the community's other daily water usages. That's why it is imperative that residents understand where we are on water conservation and adjust their strategies accordingly. We are encouraged this morning as even very early in this first day of mandatory restrictions, we saw a dip in the water use, about 1 million gallons when everybody was getting ready for work and school. That's a good sign. We are making progress, and we're very hopeful that that will continue. I cannot thank enough our residents who are stepping up and taking action to reduce the water consumption. We all need to continue these efforts for the next several days. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all of the agencies, companies, and elected officials who have reached out to offer help. We appreciate each innovative solution we hear from our resilient residents and businesses. Today, as a government, we're focusing on the task to restore our infrastructure as quickly as possible. First, we established an emergency command structure in partnership with the Lincoln-Lancaster County Emergency Management, to ensure the city action is coordinated and effective. We are relying upon the emergency management expertise of the Lincoln Fire and Rescue Team and the Lincoln Police Department to assist Lincoln Transportation and Utilities in both planning and execution. The command structure is meeting continuously to respond to what we're witnessing at the city's water well fields and to review how we are keeping our citizens informed. Second, the Lincoln Transportation and Utilities team is focusing on two critical tasks to increase water production. We are working to restore power to more wells, including our newest horizontal well, and we are assessing and repairing other damage as quickly and safely as possible. Third, we have contacted the governor's office and asked him to issue a disaster declaration, including the city of Lincoln. That declaration is needed to request the state and federal funding that will help us restore our water production. We must take every precautionary measure to protect our water supply, and the governor is going to bat for us. Fourth, I am asking the council to approve a resolution today that allows the emergency declaration to extend beyond 72 hours if necessary. Our hope is that this will not be necessary. However, this gives us some flexibility on requesting state and federal funding to assist us with our efforts. We are working to resolve the issue as quickly as possible and monitoring the situation around the clock. Finally, I want to emphasize again that Lincoln's water is safe to consume. The flooding has not contaminated our water supply. If that situation should change, we will immediately inform the public. To my fellow citizens, I will say, we can do this. We are the descendants of pioneers, are we not? Who braved the harshest of conditions imaginable and survived to build this great state and this great city. We are strong enough to persevere in the face of this challenge, most certainly. So let's continue to pull together, care about each other, and make the sacrifices that will protect our water supply. We will do this. Thank you. Did you all want to say anything in particular? All right, questions?
When and what would you base a decision on a higher rate system? Lincoln is allowed to have a higher rate system when you have an emergency, and apparently you have the authority to do that, and you haven't done it yet, so what would you base that decision on?
We haven't had an discussion on that at this point in time, but there are certain background materials that Mickey, I know, would like to relay to you on that.
I'd be happy to do that. So now it's really within mayor's discretion. It's a may, not a shall, on imposing drought rates. But we need to see how much water usage we have over the next few days. We really believe in Lincolnites that they're going to help us with this problem and that they're going to come through for us on this problem. So we'd love to see that reduction in usage. But that's one of the triggers for whether or not we have to go to drought rates. I think we want to see how people respond. And of course, people woke up and had heard this for the first time today. So let's give them an opportunity to hear more about what's going on before we implement those.
Any other questions? Good to go? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you.